Also, it's a heritage we have here, natural reserve, and we have all these little hamlets, these old villages hidden in between the cliffs. Amazing landscape and amazing history too. The port of La Spezia is actually a small port. It's been developing a lot in the last decade, and every year more and more cruise ships dock here. It's in a very strategic position actually, because it's close to Genova, which is the capital of Liguria. You may have heard of Genova. It's something like, you were there yesterday, okay, so you definitely have heard of Genova. It's 80 km north from here. And then you have Tuscany. We are very close to the border with Toscana, in the south. So you know Toscana, of course, famous for Florence, first of all, but then many other important things, some of the best wine in the world, and beautiful landscape, and good food, of course. Well, it's hard to find bad food in Italy actually. If you move from region to region, everybody thinks they have the best food in every region, and but yeah, Liguria and Toscana are definitely two of the best, I can say. And here, the little town of La Spezia, probably 100,000 people living here. Town that is growing in terms of tourism and the port, logistics, and in front of us we also have the touristic side of the port with lots of nice sailing boats. This city was born as a fisherman village, so there's a big fishing tradition. The Ligurian Sea is very rich in fish, so it's important on this part of the country, all the fish industry. See the touristic side of the port of La Spezia. La Spezia also, the level of geography, it's very special, because we can see the big gulf, huge gulf, very protected from any type of swell and storms. The sea here is always flat, so it's perfect actually for harboring ships and boats. We park here for just 1 minute. Our guide of the national park is coming right here, so we're gonna pick her up, and we can admire the nice lungomare, as we say in Italian, the seaside walk they built a few years ago. So it's also nice, touristically speaking. You can have a walk along the shore, and the Gulf of La Spezia, it goes from the left corner, where we can see the last ships over there, the military part of the port. We can see some grey army ships on the background, until the end to the right. It's 9 miles wide, so big gulf, very protected. So La Spezia has always been an important port on this side. It's in a very strategic position, and it's also known as the Gulf of Poets, il Golfo dei Poeti, because back in the days, we're talking about the decadentism, so late 19th century, many poets, especially English poets, the most important that found peace and found inspiration here was Lord Byron. I don't know if you ever heard of George Byron, then he became Lord Byron. He spent a few years here, and he found inspiration for some of his poems. So this Gulf, the Gulf of La Spezia, was also named the Gulf of Poets. So very tranquil, very chilled place in the south of Liguria region. The nature here is very, we can say there's a lot of variety here in terms of vegetation. We have an ecosystem in Cinque Terre National Park. The weather changes a lot, lots of humidity, and also the type of climate we have here is the Mediterranean climate. So we have 4 seasons, like I was talking with passengers earlier. He asked me if we have a wet season, a rainy season. Well, we do. Usually it's October, November, so not April actually. You expect sun and warm by the end of April, but you know, climate is changing everywhere actually, and it's also doing that here. It's actually pretty cold to be by the end of April. Usually it's already warmer in this time of the year. But anyway, we have 4 seasons, and the best seasons to visit my country, especially if you wanna visit the cities and walk around town. You don't want to be too hot, okay? So I reckon April and May are the best, and also September, October. So I should tend to say avoid cities, big cities in summer in Italy, okay? It's very, very hot. If you want to go to the beach and if you want to swim all day, so you can come also in full summer. Temperature can reach 100 Fahrenheit, so it can get very hot, 110. But now it's actually pretty chilly to be by this time of the year. But as long as it doesn't rain, it should be a nice day for it. Actually, we can walk around Cinque Terre. We're gonna take the boat, okay, with this tour, so it's gonna be nice. We're gonna drive to Porto Venere, which is the first little medieval village that it's part of the Cinque Terre National Park, the southernmost edge of the park. And then from Cinque Terre to the northernmost part of the national park, we're gonna do that by boat. Okay, so it's nice. The sea should be flat, there's no waves, so also for those that suffer seasickness, don't worry, should be a nice sail, okay? And of course, during the boat tour, we're going to see the whole Cinque Terre National Park from the sea. So a very special view, okay? There are other tours that do that by land, driving, but it's a crazy road full of turns and goes up and down. So it's way better for enjoying Cinque Terre to do that by boat. We're going to see the whole 5 historical villages of Cinque Terre, and we're going to end up in the last one, okay? The last one, the northernmost, called the Monte Rosso. That's where we're going to get off the boat, enjoy the village. We're going to have a tasting, okay? So try some local wine and local products, and then we're gonna have lunch there too, some free time, and then it will be time to come back. We're gonna come back by bus, okay? So let's say we're gonna do the first stretch going up north with the boat, and we're gonna come back with the bus to the Porto of La Spezia. So it's going to be very nice. We're supposed to be back at 4:30 something.